Hi everyone, it's Dana McLean here. For those of you who don't know me or watch some of my videos, I work as a medical intuitive medium, energy healer, and a integration facilitator. And today I'd like to just do a quick video on this whole situation we're all going through with the quarantine. But I want to have a twist on it. I'm not going to talk about what we are supposed to do, as far as wearing masks and staying 6 feet away and staying home as much as possible and all these things. That's not what this is about. And this is about what revelations are coming up for you. So I've decided to call this video, as you can see, Quarantine Revelations. And what are you doing about it? I thought it'd be really important to start sharing things that I'm doing, and then maybe see if I can get some feedback from you on what things you're doing. And, I have a idea of bringing a few other people on and doing this, sort of doing a series with this video idea of quarantine revelations. What are you doing about it? With some other friends and colleagues of mine living in different parts of the country. We all have different areas we live in with different restrictions and different topography and social structures, and we're all in different ages in our life, where some of us are now having to homeschool our kids, and some people are having to take care of their elderly parents, and it's just a lot of transformation that's going on. And I talked about this earlier in some other videos about this whole Pluto Saturn dance that's going on in Capricorn, which is all about destruction and restructure. And this is about institutions, organizations, anything that has to do with so that would include politics, hospitals, schools, anything that's institutionalized or is a structure that no longer is serving us as a humanity, is no longer serving humanity. It's no longer serving our needs, and it's sort of hindering us from moving forward in this new transformation that the planet's going through, this whole new age of Aquarius, for example. So there's a lot of players in this game, that's going on. And we have the opportunity to either be a victim to this or be somebody who's taking charge of our lives and leaning into the opportunity of this, that this change is giving us. So I thought I would talk a little bit about what I'm doing, because, this just might start the ball rolling, and I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. Like I said, only positive feedback. As you will know in my video here, I do not tolerate negative feedback, because this is not what this is about. This is about supporting each other and helping each other find ways to support our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, all of them. And what are you doing about it to help you do that during this time? Because this is definitely a time of new beginnings and transformation for all of us. So a couple things that, just put my piece of paper here, because I've got a lot of little things I wanted to share. I'm going to try to do it in a quick time frame here, not make this video too long. A couple things that I'm doing personally. I've noticed that my sleep is a little crazy. I'm feeling a little tired during the day, and I have a feeling, because I do spiritual work and I do a lot of energy work, I'm taking on a lot of the energy of the collective, which is, this virus is connected to the energy of the frequency of fear. So if you can stay out of a fearful state, you're going to do really great during this time. If you are in a fearful state, you're going to struggle. Just simple as that. One thing I've been doing to up my physical body, to help myself feel, have more energy, because that's something that gets depleted with taking on all of this, these emotions and having to constantly transmute them, is minerals. Now, I've been taking minerals since I've been doing energy work. I've been really focused on minerals. Any of my friends will know that I've been pushing minerals on them. I haven't done it for a while, but there was a period there where I was like really crazy over minerals. Now, I've been taking minerals, but I didn't think about the fact that I needed to up them, which is something that I definitely need to do. So I've upped my minerals, and I'm going to tell you, so I'm just going to pull it up here so you don't forget. So minerals are super important. Minerals, trace minerals, micro and macro minerals super important. We're not getting them in our foods. We're just not. And minerals support so many things. They support the body in actually having the composition to be able to process and so what I'm looking for, absorb the nutrients that we're actually putting in our body. So minerals support, tissue growth, bone growth. They support the nervous system. Excellent for the nervous system, especially any of you out there who are feeling a lot of anxiety and your nervous system's a little jacked up. Minerals will help with that tremendously. It helps the cardiovascular system, which is really important right now because this particular virus is attacking that part of the body. It helps with muscles, structures. It helps with structures. I always think of minerals as helping with structures. The other thing I see energetically with minerals, and is this is kind of, some people might think this is crazy, but energetically, this is how I see minerals. When they go through the body, they're almost like scrubbing bubbles. I see them as, those the scrubbing bubble, stuff you put in your toilet or your bathtub. They literally go in and they kind of scrub out toxins and pull out stuff out of your body that you no longer need. It just supports the body for that cleaning and that cleansing. And that's something so important for us right now. We have to keep our physical bodies really strong to be able to feel, to not just to fight this virus or to, keep the heavy symptoms of it at bay if you do get it, which I pretty much believe that everybody is going to get it. It's just a matter of how bad you get it, because you have to be able to have the physical system to fight it and to be strong. So minerals are an excellent thing to add to your routine, because I know a lot of people are probably doing a lot of vitamins and vitamin C, which is super important. And they're, trying to eat better, those people who are really trying to make sure their physical bodies are strong. But minerals is something a lot of people forget. So I wanted to bring that up. That's really important. Now I use a product called Trace Mineral. I like liquid minerals because they just get right to the point. But Trace Minerals is a product, actually, I think they get them from the Great Salt Lake in Utah. But they do have a pill form and they have a liquid form. You just squirt a little bit in some water, not too much. It can be, if you put too much, it can not taste very good, and it can give you a little, if you have too many minerals, you might get a little like loose stools, but you can't really overdose on them. It's just a matter of your body and what you can handle. Some people might end up taking them for a while and not feeling anything, and then they start, maybe developing, like it's too much. Your body will let you know. But I would put something in like, something like this, and I'll put like maybe 10 drops or something, I think a quarter of a teaspoon is about 20 drops. You could put a quarter of a teaspoon in that. That will give your body minerals for at least, an hour to a couple hours. So if you just do that throughout the day, you're just kind of adding it, it's better than nothing. Now, I know that I burn minerals very quickly. Anybody who's working with raising their vibration or working with a lot of energy work, or moving a lot of energy through you, like you're feeling like maybe you're taking on a lot of the collective stuff, you might need to up your minerals, because the higher frequency we go, the more minerals we burn. It's just something I've noticed, and I was told this actually by one of my mentors, but I've noticed it with my body as well. So I just wanted to bring that up. I'm also going to add another, the bottom of this video has some descriptions on some things. I'm going to add another way you can get minerals without buying it through, like buying trace minerals or another liquid mineral product or tablet. I prefer the liquids, like I said, because they're going to get into your body system quicker. And there's sometimes certain tablets that have minerals. Mineral tablets, they'll have like a coating or something on them. You don't want to deal with that. It's called Soul Water, SOLE water, and it's Himalayan sea salt and water, and I will give you a link down at the bottom. You can look that up if you'd like. That is definitely something that people who though have dietary or physical issues with salt, they just need to pay a little more attention. Maybe that's something they don't do. They do the minerals, like the trace minerals instead, something like that. So that's one thing that I've done to help my body, have more support during this time. Then the other thing that I wanted to share is chi Qigong and breathing. This is something I've added. So breathing, I started really getting a lot of downloads about breathing about a month ago. And I've been really looking at different ways to help my body, help me support better breathing. Now, I do a lot of breathing through meditation, but I mean really breathing in oxygen and power within the physical body. So there is a great, and I'm sure a lot of you know this guy. If you haven't, you got to check him out. He's hilarious, and he's really amazing. I love his energy and the way he explains things. His name is Wim Hof. Wim Hof. I think he's from Poland. He's some people call him the Iceman, things like that. He has a great breathing technique, and there's a free YouTube video. It's an 11-minute guided breathing meditation. Well, I shouldn't say meditation. It's a breathing exercise that he does, and it's so good. And I got to tell you, when I do that, I'm just like I'm connected. Anytime I'm feeling low, I might be feeling tired or just mentally checked out. It's hard sometimes to force yourself to do things, but when you're feeling like that, but if you do this breathing exercise, it really shifts you. It really does. So you can see how important the breath is and oxygen is to the physical body to give us the energy that we need. Oh my gosh, if you're having trouble sleeping, do it before you go to bed. You will sleep it will help you sleep. Minerals will also help you sleep. So these are also things that I've been struggling with sleeping. So this is also something that will help you sleep. It's helped me a lot. And Qigong, I was getting a lot of downloads recently and a lot of guidance around music and moving and having joy in your movement. And I kind of put myself in a position where I thought, okay, well, I need to start dancing and doing something. And then I started realizing I'm really not a dancer. I'm really not good at following choreography very well. And I was embarrassing myself to myself alone in my room doing it. So I decided I was going to do an exercise that not only included breathing, really purposeful breathing, movement, and it gave me strength and power and balance, is Qigong. It's a wonderful exercise, and it's a little it's not as slow as Tai Chi, and it's not as sometimes difficult as say yoga might be in some of the moves, but it incorporates a lot of these into it. It's a really wonderful exercise. So I'm going to send a link down there below too of a guy that I follow, and I do his morning routine, and it has really supported me in feeling more energetic for the day. It's balanced me. It kind of puts me on fire up here in the third eye. I'm just like on it, It's a really, really easy, and he's got a 10-minute and a 20-minute morning routine. I mean, you can do it anywhere. Just take that 10 minutes out and do it. Take the 20 minutes out, whatever it takes. There's other ones that he has, but this is the one in particular that I use. So I wanted to share that with you. So that's another thing I've added to whatever else I was doing. Because sometimes I think walking and hiking and those things are great, and those are other things I've been doing, but there's this balance that's missing, and we're taking on all of this energy, and we have to really, really focus on, if we want to stay healthy in our physical body, we have to really balance our entire being. And this exercise does that. This practice, I want to call it a practice because it's really amazing. The other thing I've been doing is, I'm not a big news watcher. I used to watch the news religiously. I used to think I need to know everything that's going on in the world at all times. I don't know how bad it is. I don't care. I need to know. When I stopped watching the news, off and on over the last few years, my life has changed. And I've noticed it. It's kind of like when you take something out of your diet and then you feel better and then you eat it and you're like, oh, I feel sick. It's like that. When I watch the news now, I feel physically sick. There's not a lot of great energy coming through the screen. And anybody who knows, understands frequency and energy, that like you're just watching something, you're taking it on. So whether you're watching somebody have a conversation, whether you're watching a TV program, whether you're watching the news, whether you're listening to something, it's all energy and frequency. And if you're listening to something that is low vibration, you are going to you're going to take that on and you're going to feel it. So when I mean high vibration and low vibration, basically, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just recognizing what feels good to you. And basically anything that's high vibration is anything that feels expansive to you, feels good in your body, feels joyful and happy and expansive. And anything that feels, anything that's low vibration is going to feel contractive. It's going to feel heavy and might make you feel sad or depressed. So that's a really just basic barometer. High vibration, expansive, low vibration, contractive. And I will tell you, this virus is a low vibration virus, and it is frequency of fear and worry and anxiety, which, anxiety and fear and worry kind of all come, all are the same, but fear. So if you're living at fear and your frequency is here and it's low vibration, and you're focusing and bringing high vibrational people and activities and programs into your daily routine, this virus can't really come up to meet you. Now, if you come down here, you're meeting each other, and then you're going to have like a little meeting of the minds, and you're going to have a little party inside your body, and then you're going to be like, I want you out. You don't want that. You want to like stay up here. So that's just a basic understanding of like the frequency of any virus. Actually, any virus, you have to match its frequency to attract it. That's why some people get things and some people don't. I mean, it's just a matter of where you are at. So keep those high vibrational programming, anything that makes you feel joyful and laugh. I don't care, videos. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've caught myself stuck on TikTok, which is, something new for me. I'm not really a lot into social media, and I'm looking at TikTok and I find myself going, I have to stop. It's been like a half hour. I have to stop. I'm looking at puppies. I'm looking at people dancing. I mean, there's so many great things out there that people are doing and showing and having fun with. And if you can stay on that side of the fence, basically, you're going to have a much easier time going through this whole quarantine situation and all of the fear and, this virus and everything that's happening, that has got a lot of people in a lot of panic, and it's a real thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not going there. And this video is not about that, but it's really about what are you doing about the things in your life that are being affected by this situation. And, are you journaling? Are you writing? Are you talking to people? If you're having trouble and you're struggling, are you reaching out to friends and family? Are you reading things that are supporting your frequency to stay high, and your mental state? A lot of people have a lot of heavy stuff going on. Jobs being lost and having to get food stamps because really the money is running out. I mean, that money was great, but it's not going to cover us for very long. And so there's a lot of people struggling. And a lot of people having to homeschool now and stay home from their jobs to be able to do that. And, so it's a whole new world. And we've got a lot of emotions coming up around it, relationships. I know a lot of people I'm working with and or friends, they are having some struggles in relationships. And there's a lot of heightened frustration and energy and anger and emotions that need to be worked through. And unfortunately, if you're not finding a really positive way to work through those, you're going to hit that precipice and that crescendo of like, and the thing is, sometimes spirits like this, if they, they're going to give us a little bit of our inner being, I should say, and our guides, they're going to give us a little, tap, and then a little push, and then a little nudge, and then a little shove, and then they're going to kick you in the teeth, and then they're going to throw you in front of a bus if you don't listen. You have to listen. You have to pay attention to what's going on around you. And your emotions are the number one clue to what needs to be shifted in your life and changed so that you can let go of the old, which is what Pluto's all about right now, and restructure something new, which is Saturn's all about. So it's not just on a global scale with this, institutions and structures and organizations. Look at your life as an institution, a structure, and an organization. Look at it as the parts of your life are all of this, and what is showing up for you that is not working anymore. The old, the outdated, the stuff that just doesn't work anymore has to go. You cannot keep it. This is what this whole transformation is all about. And this virus and this quarantine is a catalyst for this stuff to all come up for us. Because if we were moving on in our daily lives and doing the same thing, we wouldn't be faced with these things that we need to change. And this is, again, not just globally and then in our country or in our communities, it's in your personal life as well. So what are you doing about it? What are you doing about the things that are coming up for you? I would love to hear the things that you're doing about it. Again, because I'm staying high vibrational. Anybody who sends me a message on whether it's YouTube or Facebook, make sure it's high vibrational, because this is all this is about. And if it's not, you don't have any place here and no one's going to give you any attention. So don't bother. All right, now that I've said my piece about that, again, I'd love to hear some information and some things that you are doing to help yourself, because I think it's important that we all share. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you find the help and the things that you need during this quarantine and beyond. And if you are looking for help outside of what you have tried already, I would, don't hesitate to give me a call, or, I do free consultations as well. I have a special promotion I'm just going to let you know about. It's 30 minutes for $35. It's $10 off the normal rate. And you'd be amazed how much work we can get done in 30 minutes to help you, if you're struggling with figuring out, all this stuff is coming at you, but you're not quite sure what to do about it. And you've got, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, it's about work, it's about relationships, nothing's off the table. We can do a lot of work in 30 minutes, and we can also do some energy work on your physical body to help, see what's going on that's stuck in there that needs to be moved. Because this, unfortunately, what's happening when we're all having all of our stuff come up at once to look at, it can get a little foggy, and you can't really see outside of the frame that you're sitting in. And that's something that I do, and that's my job to do. And there are a lot of other healers out there, so whether it's me or someone else, what are you doing to support you, to help you figure out what you can do to feel better, not just physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. All right. So that's really what I wanted to share with, and I'm hoping to do some more of these videos. And so please send me what you're doing so we can all share and people can learn. And maybe there's somebody going, wow, look what she shared. That's really great. I want to try that. Like, that's what I needed to do. People are drawn together for a purpose. And when we come together and we share, there's always somebody having an aha moment with something someone else is doing. So, all right. That's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm obviously having trouble wrapping it up. I'm having fun talking about this because this is a really important topic. So again, just posing the question, what are you doing about your quarantine revelations? And I'll talk to you next time. All right. Bye-bye.